Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Chatting with Charities, where we focus on a nonprofit or a charity on PEI every Sunday and see what they're all about and how we as Islanders can help them. So today I have with me Mark Carr Rollitt. Sorry, Mark.
That's okay.
You know who you are.
I know
And
who I am.
your name is right there. I can actually read it. Um, and he's going to tell us a little bit about a special event that he helps coordinate every summer. And it's very interesting and it's been a big hit in the past. So it may look a little different this year. We're going to talk about that.
Yep.
But so, Mark, I'm just going to throw it over to you and you can let us know what this is all about.
Okay. Thank you very much, Carol. Appreciate the invite to be here. So I manage the Diversity Multicultural Festival on behalf of the PEI Association for Newcomers to Canada. And I've been doing that since 2014. The Diversity Festival itself started in 2007. It was on Victoria Row with maybe 400, 500, 600 people tops. In 2019, which sadly is the last time we did it as a full-on event, we were in 3 island communities and we had between 22 and 24,000 people.
Oh, my
So it's
goodness.
really grown a lot over the last number of years, and I think that's a reflection on a bunch of things, not least of which is the increased amount of newcomers who are coming to our province and who are making their homes here.
Awesome. And so, Mark, I know that this costs money to put on.
It does.
So, can you let us know where, like, if people were to donate, where does the money go and how do you use it to put this event on?
Sure. Well, of course, everything is a little bit different last year and this year due to COVID. And we are just in the stages of planning how we're going to go about this year. But basically, we are funded federally, provincially. There are different programs we tap into. We also have contributions from each of the communities that we're in, and we accept private sector sponsorships, donations. The association is a charitable organization, so we can issue tax receipts for any contributions. And in terms of where the money goes, well, there's a lot of planning and logistics that go into any kind of a festival. And when you're dealing with 20,000 plus people, it's a lot of logistics. So we have to pay for things like generators, electricity, various supplies for the site, decorations, sound, lights, stages. A big chunk goes towards performers. We have amateur and pro and semi-pro performers, so we pay them. Nobody gets paid big bucks really, but we try to spread it around as much as we can. We have to market the festival, so there are costs associated with that, advertising, online marketing, all those kinds of things. We also have a pretty large volunteer contingent, usually anywhere from 120 to 180 volunteers will be involved. And that's another opportunity. If people want to participate, then we are happy to accept volunteers. It's a super fun day. Volunteers always have a great time. And really what we're about is celebrating culture first and foremost. There's so many cultures that are represented here. Usually we're between 48 and 50. And if you start with Mi'kmaq, English, French, the Acadian population, Scottish, Irish, and then all the way through to all the various immigration that has happened over the last number of years. We have a strong Chinese population. We have people from Taiwan. We have, at this point, currently the largest group of immigrants come from India. They've sort of taken that, but India is not just one block. It's a whole bunch of different cultural traditions. So they're there. We have Vietnamese representation, Nigeria, the Caribbean. So it just goes on and on and on. So we really try to encourage people from all of those traditional backgrounds to participate, whether it's as a performer, to demonstrate, whether it's the food, which is always a big hit. Mm-hmm. And then our hope is that we're really educating each other about our different cultural backgrounds. And the outcome of that is that people are more likely to stay in places where they feel welcome and where they can connect to people.
It's a fun way to educate people, for sure.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Now I know that, and you mentioned this in the beginning, that COVID, could throw a little bit of a wrench into it this year. Now I know that our talk today will air sometime in April.
Okay.
So can you just let us know, what it might look like? It might look a little bit different, or maybe what that is based on, and where people should go to kind of keep an eye on how
Sure.
it's actually going to unfold.
Yes. So I guess the first thing is that it will be different. It won't be the usual full-on festival.
Okay.
A bunch of us who do festivals and events attended the session a week ago with the Premier and Dr. Heather Morrison. So at this point, there is a desire to increase the cohort number. It's currently 50, so you can have a maximum of 50 at any event. Depending on what your operational plan is, you can have multiples of 50, but you have to separate them by time and space somehow, and you need to have that all planned out and get your plan approved. At the meeting, it was suggested that cohort size could increase to either 100 or 200. For us, it's very important. It always has been very important for the Diversity Festival to be a free event, which is another reason we need contributions to keep it free, because we don't want to exclude anyone, because that's part of the kind of core principle for us. So in terms of doing an event with controlled cohorts, it gets a bit tricky when you have a free event. If you have a ticketed event, it's a little bit easier. Not a lot easier, but a little bit easier. So at this point, we're not finalized on anything. What we do know is we will be probably having a presence in 4 island communities, which is an increase for us. And what we're working on is some kind of a mix where we do a virtual broadcast portion, and then we also do have some kind of a presence in each of the communities. But it will be in a compressed way that conforms to the cohorts. So I wish I could be more specific, but really the information was only given last week. And what we've learned over the last year with COVID is you can have all the best plans in the world, and then everything can change. So for 2020, what we ended up doing is we did a virtual version of Diversity. And there were some real benefits for doing that. First of all, we were really pleased with the way it turned out. We were super pleased with the number and quality of the performances. We have a lot of talent on this island, which probably isn't a surprise to anyone who lives here. So that was really great. And because we had a well put together show that looked good and sounded good, we were able to broadcast it in partnership with Eastlink, and we actually got out to the Atlantic region. So, it was an unintended benefit by being able to get out to the larger region, which we do to a limited degree, but not to that extent. So that was nice. And we have that year of experience under our belt. So it'll be some kind of a hybrid between live and a broadcast version. So lots of opportunities for people to see what's going on with us. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the most important thing is, where can people go online to keep an eye on this and to know where to go when events are happening and all of that stuff. So
yeah,
you can tell us, and we'll also, just so people know, we'll be in the comments below. We'll show all of the links that you can go to, information, how you can find out more, and all of that stuff. But Mark, you can let us know.
For sure. Yeah, so we have a dedicated website for the Diversity Fest. It's diversityfest.com. Excuse me. And also Facebook is a really good place to keep track of what we're doing as well, because we post things as we know what's going on. So those would be our main 2. We also are on Twitter and Instagram. So social media would be probably the easiest way for people. And secondarily would be the website. And then, we usually put an announcement out and press releases. So there's announcements in the media in general as well. So between all of those things, we have a pretty strong following on social media. So once we post things, it tends to get out there.
Okay. And that's also where people can go if they would like to donate money, or if they
Yes.
would like to donate their time, then they can follow those as well.
Absolutely. If anyone's interested in becoming a sponsor, they can reach me directly. My contact information is on the site, and my email address is just mark@peianc.com. And we have a sponsorship package. If you want to make a donation for a charitable receipt, then that can be arranged as well. And yeah, any support is more than welcome. Volunteers are always welcome. There's always lots to do. So any way you'd like to contribute, we're happy to have you.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, well, that I think wraps it up. I have been to this event in the past, and it's always been very entertaining and very enlightening. And like I said, it's a really fun way to educate people on all of the diverse backgrounds that are here on PEI. It's really quite extraordinary for such a small place to have so many different cultures. So I encourage people to partake in this in whatever way they can. And I look forward to watching to see how it unfolds this year. And we will definitely be offering our support as well, again, as Exit Realty. So thank you for your time, Mark. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We will, like I said, we'll include the links. And we also, in the summertime, we have a weekend events thing that we post every Friday to see what's going on that weekend. And I know in the past we've included your events as well. So that's another way to kind of get the word out for you. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Carol. And to everyone watching, thanks for watching. And hopefully we'll see you at one of our locations this summer.
Yes, absolutely. So thanks everyone again for watching. And we will see you next Sunday again on Chatting with Charities. So have a great day.